What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and we're talking 6 scale collecting today, and there is nothing bigger this week than what it was at Blitzway and the Ghostbusters 2.0s. They're all sold out, but not quite. If you want information on it, what you should look for, what you shouldn't look for, secondary market, what's still available, this is the video for you. That's right, guys, back again. Let's talk a little 6 scale collecting. Let's talk a little Ghostbusters. Now, who remembers back in 2017 when Blitzway came out with the Ghostbusters? They had the license. They came out with a couple different, you could buy them separately. I think there was a 3-pack, and then there was the big pack where you got Zeddemore, you got Slimer, a couple other nice little add-ons. I mean, I tell you add-ons because they're right there. The Ghostbuster sign and everything, there's Slimer. So that is the original set. The original set, guys, right now goes anywhere probably low end at $2,500, high end about $4,000. However, a few months ago it was announced, and there's a couple other places that are selling Ghostbusters, right? Nobody quite like Blitzway, let's be honest, right? So Blitzway announced there was going to be 2.0s. People got very excited. And what people got very excited was that they were going to be able to get these. And then it was announced that they were going to go on sale this past Friday at 9 p.m. Now, Blitzway USA, Blitzway Global, they're all together. So here is the website. This is what it looked like. They went live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And it came in these 3 packs. As you could imagine, everyone and the desire to have these, it sold out. The first one, 1,500 pieces, Ghostbusters version 2 special pack, all sold out. Now, you only got Slimer. You didn't get a street sign or anything like that. That sold out. And then after that, there were only 250 pieces of the Doctors. That sold out. And then you could buy them separately. So let's delve into this one and see what you could get and how it worked. It was a pre-order. It's about $1,200. That rounds out to be about $300 a figure. And there they are. This set was limited to 1,500 pieces. And as you're seeing it, LED light, LED proton packs. Okay. Now they are teasing maybe we get a new Ecto 1. We'll talk about that towards the end. But there they are. Different head sculpts. And we're going to get into that one. There you can see the different head sculpts, right? We'll talk about this too. I'm not sure if this is the pack you get Slimer with the hot dogs and the Doctor pack you get a regular Slimer. I don't know. They don't specify that. They just say special edition Slimer. So if you want the hot dogs, maybe you had to get this pack. If you wanted another one, you'd have to get the other pack. So there they go. Again, you have different head sculpts, but keep in mind you only have different head sculpts in 2 of the guys. Zeddemore and Egon, the head sculpts do not change. Venkman and Stance, they do. And we'll get in to show you that in a minute. You're seeing the different head sculpts. Again, this sold out literally. A little hiccup with the website. A lot of scalpers, a lot of people trying to get this for resale. There's no doubt about that. Due to come out, they are saying Q4. I wouldn't be surprised if this is really Q1 of 2026. But there they are, right? Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. It looks really good. It looks really good. And here's everything you get. It has the different sizes and everything. It is sold out. However, you could get this on the secondary market. Keep that one in mind. Now, here's the Doctor 3-pack, right? The Doctor 3-pack, basically, you don't get Zeddemore, and it has a little different Slimer. So does Slimer change? This is the Slimer for the 250. The other one's the Slimer for the 1,500. You can only guess. But this is what you get for the Doctor, and again, you're looking at $300 a figure and an extra Slimer. That's what it is. Right? However, on this one, you do get the Venkman and the Stance different head sculpts. So that's the key. If you look at this one, Dr. Venkman, you get the Screaming Head, special pack version, and the standard head. Everything else is the same. Stance, special version 2-pack head, only available in this one. But if you look down here, there's Slimer. And again, it doesn't say much about it. Each character requires 2 batteries. Batteries are not included. How about that? For safety purposes, it's a coin battery, so it will hold up a little bit. I have to see it in hand to see if it's really worth it. But there's all the accessories. Again, Egon, only 1 head sculpt, and Zeddemore only has 1 head sculpt. So if you missed out on these packs, you're left to say, what do I do? You can get them on the secondary market. There are 1 or 2 websites I saw that you could pre-order them with, but nothing that I've ever done business with, so I don't want to recommend them. Only because I've never done business with them. You know, buy at your own risk with that. I've heard Pop Collectibles will have these. Unlike the previous version, Sideshow will not. This is it. Blitzway only. But there it is. So the packs you are going to, if you want them, you're going to have to get them on the secondary market. There's no other way to get them. However, if you want to build them, you can get them here. So here you could get Venkman by himself, $309, a $29 deposit. Difference with this is going to be right here. You only get 1 head sculpt. You don't get the second head sculpt with Venkman. You will not get the second head sculpt with Stance. However, if you missed out on certain packs, Zeddemore and Egon are identical. There is no difference. You get the same head sculpt and everything like that. So keep that in mind. Maybe you got the Doctor 3 pack and you didn't get Zeddemore, but if you buy Zeddemore, it's the same one. So again, there he is. There's shows you the light up function of the Proton pack. I think there'll be some light up function towards the end. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, I was on the website exactly at 9 o'clock. There were some website issues with to be able to put the 1,500 piece kit in the cart. And then eventually I got in the cart, sold out. So I had to go really quickly, get the Doctor 3 pack and buy Zeddemore by himself. That is what I did. Again, a lot of people are going to say that the upgrades to this one, the LEDs, the head sculpt, maybe it's just not quite worth the money if you have the original set. And I understand that, and I can agree with that. This may not be worth it to you with the upgrades. You know, are the upgrades good enough? I mean, it's new head sculpts. I like it. A different Slimer is just nominal to me. I don't think that matters. You have some LED light functions, which are kind of cool. I mean, Blitzway are the superior Ghostbusters from the other 2 companies that released them this year. So if you missed out on it and you got to go and get it on the secondary market, you know, it's worth the packs because I think the head sculpts are really, really cool, right? I think that head sculpt right there of Venkman and the extra head sculpt of Stance, it just makes it worthwhile. Because if you look at it, I mean, here's Stance. This is the head sculpt you get with Stance. You don't get the Siggy. You know, it's kind of cool to get the Siggy, right? But again, these are the Ghostbusters, highly sought after, highly, you know, desirable. It's kind of sad that they did it and made them limited. And it's unknown as far as the single ones go, how many there are. I don't think they're numbered or anything like that. They just basically said if you want the special pack, only 1,500. If you want the Doctor pack, 250, and then you can buy them separately. So, I mean, it's totally up to you. For me, it was worth it. But you know, keep in mind, they're $300 a figure. You know, it's $300 a figure. And the special ones are Venkman and Stance. You can only get those second head sculpts with either the Doctor's pack or this one. So keep that in mind. I think a lot of people think these are going to be just outrageously crazy, very similar to the first pack. And remember, the first pack took a couple years to get there. I mean, that pack release, I think it was 2017, 2018. And it took till after COVID till you saw these insane numbers. You know, $3,000 to $4,500 is how much that set really was. It's come down a little bit. And I think because you have this special set that it is limited, I don't think it's going to hurt the value tremendously. Now, if they made these where anyone could get them, that's different. You know, the Slimers are cool. Are you going to get 2 different Slimers, or does Slimer have like a head sculpt as well? It does not specify that one. You know, it just doesn't talk about it. It talks about the size of Slimer. They're both identical. In the photo, they look different. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But again, there they are. Now, definitely hoping maybe, because they're showing this, we get another shot at an Ecto 1. Right, the Ecto 1s, they came out with an Afterlife. If you saw that one, you could still find around here. The Ecto 1 retail was like, I think $1,500. I mean, it was expensive. It was no joke. I don't know if we could see that one or not. But let me see if we type it in and we could see it. The Afterlife one, again, was expensive too. So hopefully, I would love an Ecto 1 2.0. I think it would awesome. There it is, $13.90, and that was years ago, and that's long sold out. The Afterlife one was retailed at $16.99. For me, I don't want the Afterlife one to go with these guys. This is the one I want. I would love a 2.0 of the Ecto 1. You can find them now. They are very, very hard to get. You know, very hard to get and very expensive. You know, upwards of $3,000 to $4,000 for this thing, but it's insane. And you need one for your collection if you want to display the guys. I think it would look really, really cool. But I have not heard as far as a 2.0 of the Ecto 1. I think a lot of people hoping that we get a shot at it. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But there it is, guys. I mean, Blitzway, there are going to be other ones. Like I said, there are a few websites that you can buy and pre-order the whole sets now. And one or two of them are not like super inflated. But I know Pop Collectibles, which is over in Hong Kong, is going to have them. Of course, then you have to deal with the shipping and tariffs. Where if you got them on Blitzway, it's free shipping. So that's really cool. Again, $300 a figure. You can buy all the figures separately. You just lose that Stanson Venkman second head sculpt if you didn't get them in the special packs. I wish you luck from someone that has version 1s. They are insane figures, so well done. Just awesome figures. And for Ghostbusters collectors, they are really a must if you love the 6-scale collecting. So there it is, guys, a little 6-scale collecting, talking about the Ghostbusters from Blitzway. Also, you want to pop on Blitzway because they do have that DeLorean for pre-order as well. That one's going to be insane. It's going to replace the Hot Toys one for me. Can't wait. Again, it says Q4 for the Ghostbusters. I'd more believe, Q1 of 2026, but that's what they're saying. We'll have to wait and see how it goes. They look insane. If you got them, congratulations. We all knew it was going to be an absolute bloodbath of people going for them. And at only $1,500 for one set and $250 for the other, they literally were gone in 2-3 minutes. That was it. They're gone. They have not said how many singles they have or will sell. So if you want to build it, and then maybe you get a Slimer on a back end, or someone breaks up the set and you could get the Slimer if you really want it, or you can get the old Slimer, which I don't know if you could see it. There's the old Slimer back there. Very, very cool. Right now, the original set, you got this police barricade, you got newspapers, you got the Ghostbuster sign, and it was cheaper. So you got more back in 2017 when it released. This one, you only get Slimer. And I think that set back then, was like $8.99. So definitely a lot cheaper. But it is what it is. It's the costs of today. Hopefully you enjoyed this little Ghostbusters Blitzway 6-scale collecting with me, the Luau. Be well. We'll see you on the next one.